Today we are going to go over finding the measures of variability. The measures of variability, at least the ones that we learned in middle school, are the range, the interquartile range, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. Now, to find these measures of variability, the first thing I'm going to do is find a measure of center. I'm going to find the median. You find the median by listing your numbers in size order. So I'll do that, 11, and then 14, and then 15, and then the 16. After the 16, the next biggest number is 23, then 26, then 30, and lastly 37. When I have all the numbers written in size order, I will start working my way towards the middle. If there's one number in the middle, that number is the median. If there are two numbers in the middle, then I will take their mean. I'll add them up and divide by 2. So I'll mark off 2 numbers on the left side. I'll mark off 2 numbers on the right side. There's only 4 numbers left, so I'll do 1 on the left and I'll mark off 1 on the right. And there are 2 numbers in the middle, 16 and 23. I will add them up and get a sum of 39, and I will divide by 2. The median is 19.5. When you have that 19.5, it splits the data into 2 halves, the lower half and the upper half. Since the 16 and 23 were together gave you the median of 19, they are still part of your data. The 16 is part of the lower data, the 23 is part of the upper data. So for the lower data, I will find the median again. I'll mark a number off on the left, I'll mark a number off on the right, and there are 2 numbers in the center, 14 and 15. That lower median is called a lower quartile. And you find it the same way you find all medians. If there's one number in the middle, that is the lower quartile. If there are 2 numbers in the middle, like we have, we add them up. 14 plus 15 is 29, and we divide by 2. Our lower quartile is 14.5 or 14 and 5/10. We then find the median for the upper data. We find the median by working our way towards the middle. I'll mark off 1 number on the left. I'll mark off 1 number on the right. And since there are 2 numbers in the middle, that median, I have to add them up. And that median, that's for the upper data, is called the upper quartile. We'll do 26 plus 30 and get 56. We will divide by 2. And our upper quartile is 28. Now, these quartiles will break the data into 4 equal parts. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there are 4 equal sections. That's why they're called quartiles. But there's only 3 quartiles. Q1 is your lower quartile, Q2 is your median, and Q3 is your upper quartile. Only Q1 and Q3 are measures of variability, the upper and lower quartile. Q2, the median, is a measure of center. We needed that to have our 2 halves of data to find the medians for the lower and upper halves and to find our upper and lower quartiles. The next measure of variability I'm going to find is called the interquartile range. Range is the distance between the largest and smallest numbers. The interquartile range is the distance between the largest and smallest quartiles, the 28 and the 14.5. We'll do 28 minus 14.5, and you get 13.5. That is your interquartile range, and is another one of our measures of variability. The last measure of variability that we need to know is the range, and you find the range by taking the largest number of the data, 37, and subtract the smallest number of the data, 11. Range is the distance between the largest and smallest numbers. We subtract them. You get 26. That makes the range of the data 26. So the range is probably the easiest to find. The upper and lower quartile, you must find the median first, and then do the medians of both upper and lower halves. Those medians are called your quartiles, and that's how you find your upper and lower quartile. And then the last measure of variability, the interquartile range, was found by subtracting your upper and lower quartiles, your largest and smallest quartiles.